guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I got some bad news this week. Me and my wife have been talking, and we have decided that I can no longer do this. So I'm gonna finish out the hop experiment and everything. I'll update you on that, but well, I probably won't. Just telling you, this is my last Homebrew Wednesday. It's been fun, guys. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate everything, but I'm gonna have to pull out from the community. Sorry, guys. Are you kidding me, guys? Ah, come on. If my wife was gonna make me quit Homebrew Wednesday, she wouldn't be my wife anymore, right? Well, let's just not tell her that, right? April Fool's Day, that's why I did it. I know, corny joke, guys, but I had to. So this week, I'm going to try to make this short as possible. So this weekend, I did the hop experiment beer that there's like 10 guys in it. We're all doing different hops. I would call it a success so far. I did a fly sparge, and the fly sparge took, I would say, an hour and a half. I just did it really slow, and I wanted to make sure that I got the best efficiency I could, and everything came out. So my estimated pre-boil gravity was 1053. I hit 1056. You'll see this in the video, but and then, or did I say 1050? 1050. Yes, I hit 1056, and then my original gravity was 1068. I was supposed to hit 1064. So the guidelines were 1064. I messed that up, but I did get the mash temp right. And the recipe for that was, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm gonna, 12.5 pounds 2-row, a pound of Crystal 40, half pound Carapils, 1 ounce Eldorado at first word hop, half ounce at 60 minutes, 1 ounce at 15 minutes, and then yeast nutrient Irish moss, 2.5 ounce Whirlpool, which was interesting. I decided to use hop bags, both the hop spider and a hop bag. And the aroma wasn't great. I don't know if it was the hop or it was from me using the bag. So it's going to be interesting to see when people try it, just for the ones that don't use bags, and I know Puka doesn't, to see if that affected the hop aroma, which I'm assuming it does a little bit, but I used a big bag, so I don't know how much that'll affect. And then there'll be a 3 ounce Eldorado on the dry hop. So that has been fermenting for 3 days. It was supposed to be at 68. I kept it at 68. I actually brought it down to 68 before I pitched the yeast. Yeast pitched. I think it was like 2.5, 3 liter starter, just because my yeast was a little bit older. We were supposed to do 2 liter, and it was fermenting, bubbling, I would say in under an hour, maybe a little over. I've never had that before. So I definitely pitched enough. I don't know if I over pitched, but I think it's pretty hard to over pitch in a homebrew scale. So that, again, that's been fermented for 3 days. As you can see in the video, I pulled that out and I'm messing with the cream ale. I did get this. In the meantime, I got a grain mill, and I got the grains for the hop experiment from More Beer, and they weren't crushed at all. And I knew that before I got them, so I ordered this in the meantime. I got it from Williams Brewing, $99 flat rate shipping, so $107. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be cheap and terrible, but it works. And even just with the hand crank, I was able to grind all those, or crush all those grains in, I think it took me 10 minutes maybe. And all the time it takes me at the homebrew store to grind it, plus it turns into flour. This is totally worth it. And once I buy a bulk sack of grain, I'll make my money back in no time. So I think that's all I have going this weekend. Oh no, well, this weekend I'm doing a bunch of family stuff, and then the next weekend there's some family stuff, as well as a brew fest I'm going to try to hit up. And I got some friends from college coming down. So, and then I don't know if I'm gonna have Homebrew Wednesdays in the next couple weeks. I got a lot of stuff planned with the wife and other family. So we'll see. The footage I have is the brew day. I just did some pictures, some video, and then just kind of updating you on. We'll be back.
What would you think if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends.
Okay, tonight is Wednesday night. Currently recording my Homebrew Wednesday. I am transferring the cream ale. As you can see, it's still pretty cloudy. I am transferring into Carboy. Of course, had to get a sample. Again, still cloudy. I'm gonna cold crash that for a while. Black IPA there. And now I've moved the Hop Experiment beer into this closet. You're not gonna see the yeast, but you can see. Still active. It was in my chamber and the refrigerator wasn't running and it was sitting at 67, so I don't think it's generating any heat. I'm going to attach a thermometer just to make sure, but I think it will stay in the zone now. It's been 3 days fermenting. Alright, there you guys go. Pretty good brew day. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll see how it tastes. I'll give you updates as we're going. Right now, nearing the end of my video, drinking the black IPA. Bubbles are small. It's tasting great. So if you guys remember that IPA that I had brewed down in the cities with Lee, and I had said it kind of was getting a weird flavor. I don't know if I said that on here or not, but it's starting to develop a weird flavor. Well, I had it off of CO2 for about a week. I ran out and just didn't get it filled. And there was no pressure to pour it, so I poured it last night after I got some CO2, and it was like vinegar. Like malt vinegar, and you know, obviously that's an infected beer, and I knew it was infected, and I'm pretty sure the cream ale before that was infected. So what I did is I took apart my CO2, my regulator, my hose. I took apart the regulator as much as I could, the hose, all the poppets, everything, and sanitize or put them in OxyClean, then sanitize them, wash them, sanitize them again, and I hooked it back up, and now it's on my black IPA. The one question I do have is, have you guys ever had an infected keg, and if you were pouring it through the hose and the picnic tap, can those be salvaged? I've already soaked them in OxyClean overnight, and then I ran hot water through them, and then I'll sanitize them, and then probably sanitize them again before I run beer through them again. But I really don't have CO2 line, and I don't have any kegging line at my homebrew store, so I'd have to buy it online. Can I salvage that? Any tips, you guys? Have you done it? Just let me know on that. Another thing, I got a huge shout out from Ant Rogerson, A-N-T Rogerson. He gave me like a 3-minute shout out on his video. And then all of a sudden today I had I think 15 new subscribers. So I really appreciate everything he said. Guy's hilarious. Made fun of Americans, but who wouldn't make fun of Americans, right? But I really appreciate it. Check out his video. Subscribe if you haven't. Great guy. Good sense of humor, and I do appreciate the shout out. And last, the next brew I think I am going to do is a Moon Man clone from New Glarus by Josh Sakauer. I don't know how you say it, but he sent me the recipe. It's basically a pale ale IPA with a huge amount of Citra hops and Cascade and Centennial. So I think that's going to be the next brew that I do. That's it for this week, guys. Cheers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. And I'll see you when I see you. Go, Pack, go.